Hey, what's going on? Aaron Chen here. Hope you're doing well. If you're watching this video right now, you're probably doing some research on solo ads and you're wondering, is solo ads the way to go? Should you be buying solo ads? How much money can you really make? How much does it cost? Is it worth it, right? Pros and cons of solo ads. We're going to talk about all of that inside of this video. And I'm going to give you 3 big reasons why you should stay away from them, all right? A lot of people on YouTube are going to be talking about how they're making a lot of money with solo ads, how it's so easy to make money with solo ads. This is probably going to be a little bit of an unpopular video, but I'm just going to give it to you straight, all right? I'm going to give you the truth, the good, the bad, the ugly about solo ads, and you can take whatever you want from this video, okay? Now, if this is the first time you're watching one of my videos, I always come up with content that will teach you how to be more successful and create true freedom with the power of the internet. So if you're not subscribed, consider hitting the subscribe button, all right? So let's talk all about solo ads. Now, I've been marketing online for the past 12 years, right? Over a decade. And I've done literally everything, a lot of different business models. I spent hundreds of thousands of dollars on my business. And for the first 8 years, I failed really miserably. Now, the big reason why I failed was because for the first 8 years, every single course that I bought on internet marketing and affiliate marketing, whether it was to sell somebody else's product or to market some sort of business opportunity or a done-for-you system, they were teaching me how to get traffic through solo ads, right? So I've invested over 40,000 US dollars on solo ads. I made very little profit, and I'm going to explain to you why solo ads is actually a very dangerous way to build your business, okay? Now, a lot of people aren't going to talk about this. A lot of people are going to say, oh, they're the best, you should just buy solo ads, and I'm going to explain to you why that is, okay? This is kind of a problem with the industry. So here's basically, actually 4 reasons why solo ads are going to keep you broke, okay? So here's the first reason why solo ads are going to keep you broke, right? Now the big problem, and let me just expand this a little bit, is that solo ads, what a lot of people don't realize, especially if you're watching this, you might be a beginner, okay? Solo ads is the lowest quality traffic on the entire internet, right? Let me explain and I'll prove to you why this is. And a lot of people don't talk about this stuff, right? The first thing is that you have to understand how solo ad vendors treat their email lists, okay? If you don't know what a solo ad is, all it is it's a marketer online who has grown their email list, right? By strategies, which I'll talk to you about in a second. And all they do is you go to them and they sell you a specific amount of clicks for a specific price. Usually it's between 50 cents and $1 per click, not per lead, per click, okay? Hopefully they convert into leads, and hopefully those leads will end up buying whatever you're promoting, right? Now, the problem with solo ads is that a lot of these vendors, in order for them to sell their solo ads, they have to promote to their email list over and over and over again. So you have to think about these email lists, right? These email lists are being bombarded with offers every single day. Sometimes these email lists will get promoted to 5 or 10 times a day, okay? In order for the solo ad vendor to deliver on their clicks. Because it's a business. They're not selling results, they're selling clicks. You have to understand that, right? Now, if you get a sale from those clicks, then great, but if you don't, it doesn't really matter because they're trying to sell you the maximum amount of clicks possible. That's how the industry works, right? Now, here's another thing that you probably don't know. A lot of solo ad vendors, whether you find them on a network like Udemy or through Facebook, I mean, it's so easy to find a solo ad vendor. You throw a stone online, you'll hit like 10 solo ad vendors, all right? Most solo ad vendors grow their email list by doing something called swaps. That means within the solo ad community, they will swap clicks to grow their email list. Now, think about that for a minute, right? That means that it's a gigantic pool of email lists, right, where they're just swapping with each other, so the quality is extremely low. It's just multiple solo ad vendors swapping with each other, getting clicks, and just re-promoting low quality emails. So it's kind of low quality begets low quality. Does that make sense? A lot of solo ad vendors do not generate their leads through the normal methods like YouTube or Facebook or Bing. I mean, there are some. Don't get me wrong, this is not a blanket statement for all solo ad vendors, but 99% of solo ad vendors are crap, all right? There is the 1% that is good, but it's very, very difficult to find that 1%. And that's the problem with buying solo ads. And as a normal marketer, as somebody who's buying a solo ad, you don't know that, right? So you're just gonna go to a platform like Udemy, or you're gonna go to Facebook, you'll see a couple of reviews where it says they deliver great clicks, they over-deliver by 10 or 20%, and you're just gonna buy. You have no idea because you're just getting started. You probably don't understand all the nuances of how this really works, right? Now here's another problem. It's low quality because the audience is trained to click but not to buy. Again, I'm talking generalities here, right? Now obviously there are some good solo ad vendors, like the 1% solo ad vendors. You might get a couple of sales, but we're gonna talk about that in a second, right? It's not about sales, it's about profit. How much profit are you making? It's not about whether you generate 1 or 2 or 3 or 4 sales. Are you making money on the traffic that you're spending money on? Okay, and the problem is that their email list, their audience, they're trained to click and opt in, but they're not trained to buy. That's why you'll get a lot of opt-ins, but you're not going to get many sales, okay? And you're not going to generate profit, right? And then the worst part is a lot of these solo ad vendors, some of them don't even know this, but because they do so many swaps and they share within this community of solo ad vendors, right? And there are literally hundreds and hundreds, if not thousands of solo ad vendors online. A lot of their clicks aren't even real people, they're bots. And these bots are designed to click and opt in, but they're not real people, which means that you don't know how good the quality of the email lists are. And that's a big, big problem. That's why there have been industries that have been, that have kind of spurred off solo ad vendors where they actually say that we only sell human clicks. This is the only traffic lead source where they do that, where they will have websites that will be dedicated towards saying we only sell real human eyeballs. It's just ridiculous, right? Which means that 90% of solo ad vendors, they don't know whether they're selling bot clicks or real clicks or not. Does that make sense? So you have to be very careful. So the quality of the traffic is extremely low, right? And this is the reason why it's so difficult to get in profit. And this is the reason why I failed for so long. I couldn't get my business into profit because I kept buying solo ads like my mentors, my quote-unquote mentors, taught me how to do in the first 8 years. And I was sending the traffic directly to these done-for-you systems and I wasn't getting into profit. So you might end up going into the same situation as well, like a lot of people do. There are countless people that I speak to online now where they're like, Aaron, I've spent $10,000 on my business. I spent $5,000 on my business. And I'm like, what have you been doing? And they're like, I've been buying solo ads and I've been sending it to a done-for-you system. This is the way to fail. This is the recipe to fail in internet marketing and in affiliate marketing, and you need to be very, very careful, okay? Here's reason why, number 2, why solo ads suck, okay? Everyone teaches it because it's easy to teach. I can teach you how to buy a solo ad in 5 minutes, right? And this is the real problem, okay? People are inherently lazy, all right? Now, I'm not sure about you who's watching this video right now, but most people are lazy. They don't want to learn how to do online marketing properly. They don't want to learn how to do YouTube marketing. They don't want to learn how to get leads from Facebook. They don't want to learn how to do SEO traffic. They just want to learn how to pay somebody to send them traffic. And that's the big problem. So that's the reason why people teach it. It's because it's easy to teach and because most people will want to learn solo ads. That's why it's so popular. And this is a problem, okay? It's also a very fast way to get traffic. Now, the thing about solo ads is, and this is kind of a pro, not a con, it's a benefit, is that you can get solo ad leads like that. You don't have to wait for it. You can pay for it, and in the next couple of hours, they'll start sending clicks directly to your email links or to your promotional links, directly to your offers, to your capture pages, right? And that is a problem, okay? This is a problem because when you're lazy and it's easy to teach, this is why it just kind of, everybody just teaches it. And that's why when you buy affiliate training courses, 90% of them only teach solo ads because it's easy to teach and it becomes a vicious cycle. Does that make sense, right? And this is why I got trapped in trying to make solo ads work for 8 years, okay? And I couldn't figure it out, and that's why I lost so much money. Reason number 3 on why solo ads suck and it will keep you broke is it's very addictive, okay? And so this kind of is a lead on from point number 2, and this is why it's addictive, right? People just want to buy traffic versus learning how to generate their own traffic, and I spoke about this earlier, right? Most people, they don't want to spend the time to become a master of traffic. They want to do it easy. They want to take a shortcut. Right? And every time you take a shortcut, if you don't take the right shortcuts, you're going to end up burning yourself and you're going to end up shooting yourself in the foot, which is what a lot of people do. And that's why people end up spending thousands of dollars in solo ads and they don't even realize that this is one of the worst traffic sources in the world. And because you're getting results, you're getting the clicks, you're getting the leads, and sometimes you even generate sales. Just like me, I've generated sales from solo ads. I'm not saying that you can't generate sales, you can. But the problem is are you making more money than you're spending on your solo ad? That's the question that you need to ask yourself. And if you're spending more money than you're spending, if you're spending more money than you're making, you're going to be losing money, which means that you're not going to be in profit, okay? Which leads on to point number 4. It's very hard to profit with solo ads, right? So here's the 3 big things, right? Just because you're making sales doesn't mean that you're making money, okay? If you make 3 sales, but you've spent way more than you're earning, you're going to be in the loss, right? So for example, if you spend $500 on a solo ad and you generate, let's just say 250 leads and you generate 2 sales, $50 a sale, right? So you make $100, how much money have you actually made? Well, you haven't. You've lost $400 because you spent 500 bucks, but you made $100 back, which means you're in the hole 400 bucks. And this is the vicious cycle. People are like, oh, I got clicks, I got leads, and I got sales. I just need to keep buying solo ads until I find a solo ad vendor where I can get into profit. Now, theoretically, that is true and that would work, but you have to have super deep pockets and tens of thousands of dollars to spend before you ever find a solo ad vendor which will get you into profit. And the problem is that it's very hard. It's like pushing a boulder up a mountain. I mean, I spent over $40,000 myself on solo ads, right? And I couldn't even find a vendor that was profitable enough to get me, to scale this particular strategy. Now, again, don't get me wrong. There are people that are very successful with solo ads and they've somehow figured out a way to get into profit with solo ads. But for the most part, okay, and I'm talking generalities right now. For the most part, most people will never ever figure out how to get into big profit just with solo ads. And that is the problem with solo ad traffic in general, right? So, and the other big problem here, guys, is that a lot of people teach you to send solo ad traffic directly into a done-for-you system. That means this done-for-you system is created by another marketer. They're selling the same products. All you do is you get your affiliate link and you send solo ad traffic into the done-for-you sales system, and it's supposed to convert for you and make sales for you, right? Now, I've been in like 5 or 6 or 7 different done-for-you systems, and I can tell you that after spending $40,000 US on solo ads, sending it directly to these done-for-you systems, this is the worst way to try to get into profit online. And this is probably the reason why you will end up failing. Or if you're watching this video and you've done this before, you're probably having a huge aha moment right now and you're like, no wonder I'm not making money, Aaron. It's because you're using a strategy that is broken. All right, this is the strategy that was taught to me back in 2009. Think about that. That's 12 plus years and nothing has changed. The message is still the same now. People are still developing done-for-you systems, and in the done-for-you systems training, they're teaching you to buy solo ads from all the crappy solo ad vendors online. Tons of them on Facebook, tons of them on different networks, tons of them on Udemy. If you've heard of Udemy, Udemy is the biggest solo ad network out there. It's so easy. You just go to Udemy and you can buy tons of solo ads. But the question is can you make money and profit from the solo ads? It's very likely that the answer is no, okay? Now, so what is the solution? You're like, well, Aaron, okay, so I get that. So solo ads kind of stink, right? And look, this is my personal opinion. You can take whatever you want from this video. If you want to waste, all your hard-earned money on solo ads, please be my guest, all right? There's tons of YouTube videos that will show you where to buy solo ads, and you can give it a shot if you want. But I'm just giving you this, experience that I've had. I mean, I spent more money on solo ads than most people ever will be willing to spend to test it, right? I failed for so long. I've been online now for 12 years, and it wasn't until 2016 when I decided to stop buying solo ads and to start focusing on becoming a lead generation expert that I started to generate a lot of sales. I now have a multiple 6-figure business. I've got thousands of students all over the world where I teach them this skill of affiliate marketing and selling digital products, and I do not teach solo ads. Okay, I don't focus on solo ads because I know that if I could very easily teach on solo ads, but the problem is for a student to get results on solo ads is so difficult. The percentage is, the percentage of these people having success is so slim, okay? So here's the solution. This is what you need to do, right? So first of all, you need to not buy solo ads anymore. You need to go to solo ad rehab. That's what I did. In 2016, I went on solo ad rehab. I went cold turkey. I just cut myself off after trying it for 8 years. I mean, it's ridiculous. I can't believe that I tried to buy solo ads for that long. I mean, I actually hit myself, on a regular basis thinking that I was wasting so much effort, money, and, heartache and stress and all that stuff that I had to go through. And I kept trying to buy solo ads because everybody was telling me to do that. All the gurus online were telling me to buy solo ads. And then when I finally stopped, that's when I started to finally get into profit. And that's when I started to really understand how internet marketing really works, okay? So the first thing is you need to learn to generate your own traffic. Don't rely on other people to send you traffic. Don't be lazy. If you're gonna be lazy in this industry, you're gonna stay broke, okay? It's as simple as that. You need to learn how to become a practitioner of generating traffic. There's so many ways to generate traffic. You can generate it through pay-per-click strategies. There's so many pay-per-click networks. TikTok is a pay-per-click network. YouTube is a pay-per-click network. Facebook is a pay-per-click network, right? There's search advertising, Bing, Google, Yahoo, okay? There's social media for free. You can be on TikTok, you can be on YouTube, you can be on LinkedIn, you can be on Instagram, you can be on on Facebook, right? These are all free strategies. Display networks, influencer networks, SEO, how to rank your articles on Google, right? For free. Ad networks, podcast networks, it's endless. There's literally so many different ways to drive a targeted audience directly to what you're promoting, and that's how you really get into profit, okay? And then the third thing, and this is really important that a lot of people don't really think about, is once you learn to generate that traffic, you have to send that traffic to a much better sales process than you're operating right now. Because chances are, if you're watching this video, you're probably promoting some sort of business opportunity or some sort of marketing system or some sort of done-for-you system, okay? Which means that you don't control the process, right? You are relying on another system to do all the selling and telling for you, and this is the big problem. When you send solo ad traffic to a done-for-you style system, there are thousands of other affiliates using that exact same system. And if you're doing that, then everybody looks the same. You have to think about this, right? The solo ad community is very small. Even though there are hundreds of solo ad vendors, their traffic has seen so many of the same offers because they keep promoting within that. It's very incestuous. Does that make sense, right? The solo ad industry is very incestuous. So even though there are thousands and hundreds of vendors, they're all seeing the same opportunity. So if you're using a done-for-you system, the chances that that traffic has seen that system or that offer already is very, very high, which means that your conversions will be very, very low because everybody looks the same. Does that make sense, right? So you need to learn how to sell in a better way. You need to learn how to put yourself in the front. You need to position yourself as an authority. You need to add value to your marketplace before you show them that marketing system. Does that make sense? So you need to change the way that you sell and not send your solo ad traffic directly to a done-for-you system, if that makes sense. Now, when you learn how to do that, when you learn how to generate your own traffic and you create a better sales process for yourself, that's how, in combination, you're going to start to generate a lot of money on the internet. And that's how I did it. That's how I did it. That's how I teach my students how to do it. And that's how I've got students that are doing $20,000 US a month. I've got another student doing $1,000 a day. I've got another student that just generated his first $10,000. Again, I'm throwing out very big numbers here, but when you understand how to combine these two things together, that's how you really start to get into profit. Okay, so I'd like to know, first of all, what you learned from this video today, all right? Are you trying to generate traffic through solo ads? Have you spent hundreds, thousands of dollars on solo ads and you're not getting into profit? Well, this is the reason why. I hope this video has added a lot of value, to your life and has really opened your eyes, okay? Now, again, there's always an exception to the rule. I'm not saying that there is nobody in the world who can't make money with solo ads. There are people. I know people personally in the industry that are driving mainly solo ad traffic and they've somehow found a way to make it profitable. But here is the big caveat. It's an extremely difficult thing to do. Again, it's like pushing a boulder up a mountain. 99% of people will lose money from solo ads. If you're the lucky 1% that has somehow figured out how to do it, then great, more power to you. But I can tell you that most people will fail with solo ads because of all of these reasons that we just spoke about here, right? Low quality traffic. Everybody teaches it because it's easy. It's not the right thing, it's just easy. It's very addictive, it's hard to profit from, all right? So you just have to think about these things before you dive into solo ads, all right? So if you got some value from this video today, would appreciate some thumbs ups. And if you would, if you're not subscribed to this channel, hit the subscribe button. I always come up with a few videos like this every single week, teaching you how to become more profitable and more successful with the power of the internet. And if you're like, well, Aaron, how do I learn this stuff, right? Now you're like, I get it. How do I then learn how to generate more traffic? How do I learn how to use a better sales process in order for me to get into profit with selling whatever digital product or affiliate marketing or internet marketing product or offer that you're trying to sell? Well, I would love to teach you how to do that, right? So there's two ways. The first way is you click the link directly below this video. The first link in the description box, enter your email address, and I've got a workshop that's going to reveal exactly how you can really get into profit by selling whatever offer, business opportunity, or affiliate marketing product that you want to sell. Okay, it's a very detailed workshop. Enter your email address, check your spam folder, because sometimes email ends up in spam, and then watch the training. Okay, it's going to open your eyes on how to really do this. How do you triple your conversion rates? How do you really get into profit? And then the second link below that is basically a link to work directly with me. If you're like, Aaron, this makes sense, I just want to work directly with you, how do I learn this stuff step by step? I want to show you how to generate tons of traffic from lots of different sources. We're going to talk about 5 different big sources of traffic that you can, get traffic from, and how do you set up yourself so that you have the right sales process step by step, okay, in order to really sell and profit and magnetize people towards you. You can sell anything, really. You can sell the most competitive business opportunities out there and you will still be number one because you learned how to create the right sales process to position you as an authority. If you would like to learn how to do that, click on link number 2. You can check out my program, theinvinciblemarketer.com. That's a program to work directly with me. So completely up to you, whichever one you want to do. And listen, I hope you got some value from this video today, and I hope to see you in the next video very, very soon. Take care, and all the best to you.